Talisa Cummings wasn't broke. Far from it. She owned one of Detroit's most successful salons. But sometimes, the things we accept have nothing to do with money.
Chapter 3. Talisa Cummings.
Talisa was riding down Jefferson with her fine-ass friend Maurice. They were in the Maybach today, but the fact that the nigga was pushing a Cybertruck, a foreign, and a 26 Wagoneer had her convinced. They were listening to a local rapper named Rax. Maurice was the producer. T chuckled to herself, thinking about all the niggas she fucked with that had entertainment goals. Maurice was like the third producer she had dated. You would think she was a rat. Well, she kinda was, but more like a rat with cheese. Yeah, a hamster. Niggas was trying to trap that, make her they pet. Clock it! T had 2 salons, Sho N Out Salon and Spa, one east, one west. She also had a hair extensions line of some of the best quality bundles in the city. Everybody knew Detroit was the hair capital of the world, Craig, and T was doing unbelievable numbers. Talisa loved her staff, and they loved her too. Although they paid her to rent their salon studios, they were all business owners, and T respected them as such. She kept a business relationship with the ladies, but they knew they could count on her as she had shown them time and again. Upgrading the professional side of her staff, so every move from clients scheduling appointments to the end of their service was an experience they left the shop talking about. And that's why T was able to charge top dollar, and her staff were able to do the same. T was gamed up in business and in the streets. And these niggas? Oh, that was light work. She played chess, not checkers, on some Lori Harvey shit. She had this thing she did where she'd let one nigga know she was talking to another major player, whose name they may have heard in the streets. That way, the new guy would try to outshine the other, with T being on the receiving end of it all. Y'all can write that one down right there. Guaranteed results. And she slept with less than 20% of them. No cap. 20% of what now was between T and God. T got a few Birkins from Stone of Stone Cold Records. Ice from the East Side Doughboys paid for her jewelry, and Capped Out from No Lie sauntered her around on a PJ, which is how she joined the Mile High Club. He damn near took her all over the country before she gave him some, and could count on one hand how many times she did. She kept her niggas on red. They could never get the impression shit was sweet. As T rode around Belle Isle with Maurice, nicknamed Mo Green, yes, as in dollars, bitch, she was wondering what she would have him buy for her that she didn't already have. T knew she was playing a dangerous game, but she felt like as long as she wasn't committed to any of these guys, it was all good. T brought a bottle of Moet Ice from home, and they sipped as they rode through Belle Isle. They went to Zuzu last night, ate good, kicked it. He kept staring at her, saying he just liked looking at her, which had her blushing. It was cute. He even had another couple take a picture of them with his phone. She was only going to post the one of her by herself, though. Sucker free. And Mo was definitely feeling the vibes because here he was, wanting to link again, not even a day later. She carved him out a bit of her time, though. He and T were clicking pretty well. He told her about his artist and his plans for relocating for a while so that they could get focus and with a chance to make it in the business. Detroit artists were on the come up, but he felt like he needed to get his artists out the hood because of all the distractions. It was true, a few artists from Detroit were unalived before the ink could dry on their deals. T listened attentively to his goals and accomplishments. That's what she knew most guys liked. They about the shit that ticked you off. But that's okay, because you would pay threefold for this consoling. Promise. T's game was so sweet, she knew street niggas ran on short time. So after a while, she suggested they get going.
Let's get out of here, baby. I need to check on the shop, and I'm meeting a few friends at Elevate for drinks later. What you got up?
T said. Mo was glad he didn't have to suggest leaving. His wifey was getting off work in a few, and he needed to pick her up because her truck was in the shop, and he had to take her to the dealership to get it. Real talk though, Mo was tripping because he really did like this one. They had met about 2 weeks ago and had been out 3 times. She listened to him when he talked and wasn't anything like the low-quality hoes he usually fucked with. He never even took them on a real date. It wasn't worth the risk of the shit getting back to wifey, but he would risk it all for T. He could see himself taking care of her. She was some little fine shit too. A real bad bitch.
Sounds like a plan. I've got a few things to take care of myself. Other than that, I ain't on shit. Working hard so I can play harder.
Let me know if you have time for me this weekend.
For you, I'll make time. What did you have in mind?
It's a surprise. You'll see.
Well, now you got me ready for the weekend. Shit. Just being around you helps take my mind off the everyday bullshit. No cap. Like you trying to be my little piece on earth. You feel me?
Yeah. I hear you gassing me.
Once Mo pulled up to T's condo in Grosse Pointe Farms, T gave him a long, slow kiss. First kiss had to be good, because that's all he'd be getting for at least 6 months, if he lasted that long.
Damn, boo. I like that shit.
Mo replied as he adjusted himself. T got him riled up, and she knew what she was doing. By the time he got it, he would love her. Mo Green reached back and grabbed his go-yard bag off the back seat and handed T a big, ignorant-ass stack of $100
Drinks on me tonight,
bills.
Queen.
Look at you. Okay, spend that shit then. Thank you, baby.
She had tried nice, and it got her played. But now? Oh, now she was on her NBA young bitch shit like never broken again, never begging again, never beaten again. She played first, so she'd always have the upper hand. It was going to always be her next move that determined how the game would end. The bottom line was, dating wealthy black men was not an easy sport. They are few and far in between, especially if you're trying to stay in your color scheme of things. So more than likely, it's a few women seeing the same man. The math gotta math. T preferred to be the woman that knew what was going on instead of being the one in the dark. More leverage, more reality. It's giving less snapped, less dateline, more life. That part. T thought about the money Mo gave her. She went and got it off the counter and brought it into her bedroom. She sat on the bed and counted it, and it was indeed 5 racks like she said. She could eyeball perp. T put the money in her safe and would deposit it into her account in the morning. She stood in her 3-way mirror admiring herself before she grabbed her keys and walked out the door. Drinks were on Mo tonight, baby, and nobody could put a drink order in better than T. She laughed to herself as she backed out of the driveway. Where all my scamming ass niggas at? T got out the car with her small fortune and walked to the door, knowing he was watching her every step of the way. She didn't put a 20 on it either. She had a natural glide that niggas fucked with. He started to back out, but she stopped him. Mo slid the window down, and she told him she thought she left her shades in the car. He checked the passenger seat, and there they were. He grabbed the glasses and handed them to her.
I wouldn't want you to get in any trouble, Big Daddy,
T said.
I can't get in trouble, my baby. I'm my own man.
Mo responded. That's why he liked this woman. She had his back. He could feel it. T laughed and waved as he pulled off. Nigga, please, she was thinking. T had done her homework on him. She knew he wasn't single. She knew everything about him before he purposely bumped into her at checkmate. T entered her security code and went into her condo. She needed to change because she'd be meeting up with the girls in a few hours. She'd stop at the shop on the way to the club. T got out the shower and sat at her vanity. She just stared at herself for a minute. She had so much to be proud of, but felt like shit sometimes. Between daddy issues and niggas literally playing in her face, she had become a woman she almost didn't recognize. Definitely stronger, but to what end? Funny part was men thinking women wanted to be as strong as we actually have to be, T thought.